Hi everyone. I just wanted to show you a couple of things. I'm using my phone to record this, just to show you that it's actually really simple to use ChatGPT on your phone or iPad. It doesn't really matter. Works really well with everything. I actually have it saved just as a shortcut on my phone, so it opens up like an app. Because of course there are no apps with ChatGPT, and if you go onto the App Store, you will download an app which is nothing to do with ChatGPT, which will be some app that tries to rip you off, that tries to get you to pay for something that's free. Now, I have, because I'm a huge geek, signed up for the paid version for the time being. The reason I've done that is because I can now access GPT-4. The other reason I've done it is because now ChatGPT is completely overloaded, the whole world's using it, and if you try and get on, it's actually quite hard because it's becoming harder and harder. And I think they're doing this to push people into paying for it. Honestly, I don't really blame them. It's $20 a month, seems a lot, but actually when you think that that's what, maybe 10 cups of coffee or something, it's not that bad really. So I'm just going to select GPT-4. Now GPT-4 is the new version and it is significantly more powerful than 3.5, and you can do a lot more with it, and it will continue to get better and better. It's only been released about a day ago, and already I'm thinking, wow, it's so much better. Now, what I wanted to show you with this video is I want you to slightly reframe how you think about your interaction with ChatGPT, because it's the chat part that you need to focus on. And imagine that you are having a conversation. The best way to use this is if it's like you have this amazing expert beside you. And of course, if you don't know how to do something, you don't give it a command, write this for me. You actually start by saying, I'm not sure what to do. Can you help me do such and such? So that's what we do. So if you were to begin your prompt with something like this, can you help me how to write a scheme of work for GCSE English class? It's the kind of thing that you'd say to an expert. And they'll say, of course. And then what the ChatGPT is going to do is just give you a quick overview of what a scheme of work is. And it's then going to say, okay, well, this is the kind of thing that you're going to want to do. And it's going to go through one at a time the different steps that we know, but we're going to let ChatGPT think it's the expert and tell us what we kind of already need to know. So I'm just going to skip forward. And then once this is done, we can then have a look at this and see how we can take this initial idea and turn it into a really, really clear, excellent scheme of work. Okay, so what you can see now is that it has gone through each of the points, which actually is really very useful in itself. And certainly for new teachers, this is incredibly useful. It's going about identifying objectives, duration and structure, breaking down the content, lesson plans, assessment feedback, differentiation, revision exam preparation. Now, the reason this is really, really useful is because what we're now going to do is we're going to ask it to use all of these ideas to then write the scheme of work. So we're going to say now, write a scheme of work using the following criteria. And it's actually much better to do it this way, because it then breaks the criteria down into individual, I can't type today on my phone, criteria. Okay, so syllabus is going to be CIE, English language, full stop. Length of course is going to be 10 weeks, with five times 1 hour lesson per week. Ensure you include all the points that were listed above. Present the scheme of work in a table, in table format. Let's put. Okay. So what it's now going to do is going to do exactly that. Unit, lesson objectives, activities, assessments, following the guidelines mentioned earlier. Now, the reason this is quite useful is because what you've done is you've made it basically tell you everything that's in a fantastic scheme of work, and then you're applying that logic and applying that process to a specific set of criteria relative to your subject area. And you can see it's doing exactly that. It's giving you lesson by lesson, week 1, lesson 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, objectives, activities, assessments. So hopefully that will be useful. Give it a go with your own work, and then see how you get on.